The veterans have given much love to the Chicago Bears young players. We're going to talk about two of those specific players that gave love to Odunze and Javon Dexter on today's episode. And then according to Courtney Cronin, Khalil Herbert could indeed be cut if certain things go away. We're going to talk about all and more right after this.
Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, Bobby, myself, Haize in the building today. The full squad. It's been a minute since on a Sunday we've actually done. We skipped like the last 2 Sundays, bro. It's been a minute,
man. Hey, man, but the season's about to get into action, man. We already in training camp. It's time to get busy.
That's a fact.
Let's go.
That's a fact. Well, man, training camp has started, which means that the players are all there all together. And a couple of veterans have been talking about the first and second year players that we have here. We'll start off with Keenan Allen, who said that Odunze may be better than he was as a rookie. How are you guys feeling about hearing Keenan Allen, who we don't know if he's going to be a Bear long-term or not? He's here for right now on a 1-year deal, but giving a lot of love to Odunze. How you guys feeling?
I think that's a great move from Keenan Allen. It just shows what type of professional he is. To tell you the truth, in his own head, I don't think he thinks that at this very moment, but he's saying that to bump up the young man's confidence. And he's actually a great prospect in this NFL and for the Chicago Bears. So that's great to hear from this guy, Keenan Allen. And that's going to be, man, how can we keep Keenan Allen past this year right here, because the writing's on the wall, right? You see the writings on the wall. You're supposed to groom Odunze to come back. Did I say that?
Wait,
right?
hold on, pause. Did you just say his name right?
Did I do that?
It's a new day, baby.
It's
a new day.
Just wait for the next pronunciation.
Keep it going, bro.
But Keenan Allen, bro, he is such a great talent. He's showing great leadership. You've seen it when we first drafted Caleb Williams. He was Caleb Williams' shadow. He's just being a great leader for this young offense that we have. And I'm glad that he's pumping that confidence in Odunze. But I think he already was confident. But this is great to hear from Keenan Allen, to tell you the truth.
Facts. And I love everything that he said about Odunze. I think that, like C-Dub alluded to, that this veteran leadership is what the Bears need, man. And I think that you gotta go ahead, and sometimes there are leaders that do things vocally, or there's some that just do things basically more focused on the actions. Right here, this is a great step for Odunze. It's a great sign for the Chicago Bears as well. And Haize, I know, and C-Dub, I know the writing is on the wall, but it ain't in marker or pen yet.
It ain't.
I think there is a chance. I know he's up there in age, but I think that it's a slim chance. I think he could be. I absolutely believe he will be gone, but I think there's a slim chance, depending on this season production and health and the number that comes towards the end of the season. I think it is a possibility, though. I really do.
I mean, I really do. If the Bears, let's say that, I think if the Bears win a playoff game, and I know that's asking a lot, I'm not saying that's the expectation, but if they do that on top of all three of these wide receivers being close to 1,000 yards, at that point you almost have, in my opinion, you have to bring them back, because it's about forward progress at that point. You don't want to risk taking a step back after finally winning a playoff game for your fan base that hasn't seen you do so in so long. I think if this Bears team wins a playoff game and the offense is clicking on all cylinders, they're probably going to be motivated to keep this core together.
I would love that drip, but there's some young guys on the defense. The contract is up. Their contract is up. Coming up.
There is.
And it's going to be, I hate to be in Ryan Pohl's position, even though he's been doing a exceptional job. This is going to be a tough decision. If in fact, what you just said, if we go and we win a playoff game and we see that type of success, man, he's going to make it tough on Ryan Pohl's, bro. Because you got some young guys that got to get signed, bro.
Well, the thing is, too, is they don't overlook the fact that, we got coming up for contract extensions this offseason. I don't think any of the young defensive guys are next season.
I thought it was not. I think it was Gordon. Gordon wasn't
up. Gordon and Brisker are up the same year. They drafted the same year, so they got another year after this one.
Oh, I'm
before you
DJ
gotta
is
pick up.
up. DJ is up.
DJ Moore is up, and
DJ.
that of course is the first priority, is what DJ's contract is going to be, and then I think depending on like how Tevin looks and things like that, because if they end up letting Tevin go and you're replacing him with a new draftee, that's going to get you quite a bit of money you can use then to maybe put towards. Like I said, I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying that in that certain scenarios that happen, I think that Ryan Poles would be under pressure to find a way to make it work.
Is he gonna take?
Yeah.
Is he gonna take a pay cut? Is you gonna take a
Oh,
pay
he's
cut?
not.
Keenan?
I mean, he wasn't willing to take a pay cut with freaking the Chargers. I doubt he's willing to take a pay cut here.
Yeah.
Now, I know we didn't get to put this on the sheet, but I read this literally right before we started. There's a quote that Keenan Allen had in regards to Caleb Williams that I think is telling here as well. Keenan Allen saying this: "I'm not a guy who masters the playbook by any means, sitting at home just looking at the playbook. That's not how I learned it. I'm a trial and error guy. I learned through mistakes. Just being able to sit there with him, Caleb Williams, he'd call out the play, I draw it up, and vice versa. We talk about the play, what I like, what I'm used to, and what I usually see. And then going over the knowledge, making sure we're on the same page. Just being able to communicate at this level. Obviously, you got new terminology from college, and you're going to get different coverages too. Just giving them the knowledge that I was taught being with guys like Phillip Rivers and obviously Justin Herbert, and just making sure we're seeing things the right way." I have not thought about up until now the quarterbacks that Keenan Allen has worked with, because that is a good part as well. Man. What do you guys think about him imparting things that he saw those two quarterbacks overcome and how they were successful, and kind of bringing that over there to mentor Caleb a little bit on that as well?
Nephew,
that shit means everything. You know what I'm saying? Because now, along with having the production on the field, never being a scrub, he got the work ethic. So if you're looking at Odunze and Caleb Williams, these supposed to be the young generational talents that we got and the people to push this thing forward. Him as the professional and showing that great leadership, you got to help these young guys be like, hey, in year one, this is how you're supposed to be doing stuff to become a true professional. We always talk about those good, solid vets that help lead our Chicago teams in the right direction. This man right here, and he knows the football. What two better quarterbacks to be around than Phillip Rivers and Justin Herbert? Those are two great quarterbacks, and one of them, I believe he got another ceiling to go with Herbert, but he got to show it too. But at least they know all the work ethic and the work that goes into being great.
Yeah, and that's great words, nephew. I just want to respond to the way that he's learning the plays. It's not just reading the book and then trying to go out there and perform what you read. It's actually being in motion and acting out that particular play and learning on the fly. I liken that to like me. Like I like to learn on the fly. I don't like to like read a book and then just go take a test. I like to learn by trial and error. You can see it through my the way I drop content too. But Keenan Allen, bro, like he has been around some great quarterbacks, bro. And I gotta give him credit too. Like, bro, he ain't gotta to like mentor these young guys neither. Like, in really actuality, it's like a competition, like between him and Odunze, if you want to say it. Like, you know, it's really a competition. But he being a great mentor, and we should be happy that we got a guy like Keenan Allen too.
For sure,
that's a fact. That's a fact. Could really help that learning curve that we know that that Caleb Williams is going to have to deal with at some point this season as well. But all the love didn't come just from Keenan Allen. Montez Sweat talked about Javon Dexter, him doing the conditioning test with the defensive ends, saying that he definitely made a transition, and basically echoed what we've heard already, that it seems like a lot of people are really impressed with Javon Dexter early on, bro. And we talked a little bit about it before, Bobby. Like, this could make such a difference for this defense.
I'm telling you, because I believe, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but Matt Eberflus' defense was most dominant when he got DeForest Buckner in the on the interior as that solid machine, is what they call that 3-tech.
Absolutely, and there's a reason why people forget Ryan Poles' first big signing for the Chicago Bears was Larry Ogunjobi. It just didn't work out because of the health. And I think that says a lot, is that they went out and tried to get a 3-tech first. That was one of the first things that they tried to do.
And that's the crazy part.
And this is great to hear about Javon Dexter, bro. And I'm gonna just go ahead and drop a bomb right here. Javon Dexter is the difference between us being a top 10 defense and a top 5 defense. If we could get Javon Dexter right, we top 5 because we already got Montez Sweat. We got the linebacker position pretty much nailed down, and the secondary gonna be one of the best in the league. If this guy is right the way everybody's saying, we'll be a top 5 defense.
That'd be crazy. I mean, and to the credit, like we've never had the 3-tech that Matt Eberflus has literally said is the key to his system since he came here. We have not had it. We try to get it, but we have not had it. And I think when you look at even like Justin Jones playing much better last year after the addition of Montez Sweat, now you have a young defensive tackle that's come in there and that's transformed his body and is getting ready. Man, listen, bro, y'all better watch out, fam.
Yeah, man, I cannot wait. This whole season is going to be amazing. What is did he change something? I haven't got a chance to see Javon Dexter. Did he bulk up? Did he get lighter? If one of y'all could tell me.
Of both.
I was just about to say, it's honestly, if you see him, he's like a mixture of both. It's really weird to see because you could look at him and say he got slimmer, but he also looks more solid. Like he built a lot of lean muscle. He had to over the summer, bro. Like,
yeah, his training program. I think they said the first few weeks he was losing a lot of stuff, a lot of weight, and creating it, then start building back up those type of workout regimes. So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for the young kid. And these NFL players, they know when somebody trash, bro. Y'all already heard some of the stories that came out. They be like, man, we had to come to the podium and say our quarterback gonna lead the way. We knew that motherfucker wasn't shit. We seen those stories, and not with podcasts. The way it is now, we find out a lot of stuff about what was going on in certain teams and organizations.
Still, the best thing that I ever love hearing is Brandon Marshall and Jay Cutler stories, bro. That's literally the funniest thing in the world, bro. To hear the way that they talk to each other, but they still had that respect to each other, because the way that you hear that they talk to each other, it's like Devin Hester makes it seem like he had to sit back like, wait a second, are they finna fight? Or they hugging? Like what's going on here?
Didn't they stay with each other at one point?
Bro.
Didn't Brandon Marshall stay with
when he first got traded here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's two different personalities, right?
Bro, it's crazy, ain't it?
Like Jay is like, man, fuck all that. I don't give a damn. And Brandon Marshall is he has no filter. He's gonna say whatever he thinks and whatever he means. And Jay like, man, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
For real. Bro ass was not, it was different for sure.
I like Jay. I love Jay, bro.
Yeah. I like Jay. Like, it's not all on Jay. Like, don't get me wrong. Jay was a gunslinger, but we knew he was a gunslinger, bro.
We knew it.
Now that I've had time to remove, because of course when I'm as a fan living in it, I'm like, hey man, fuck Jay Cutler. But now that I have some time to remove from it, like, hey, listen. Then you gotta, like I said, I always bring this up anytime we talk about Jay Cutler. If you see him now, he looks like he's more ready to play football than his last 3 years in Chicago.
I'm like, damn, we stressed him out that bad, bro.
You know how many times he got sacked? Bro, that's why he was like, man, fuck y'all in the NFC Championship game. I'm riding my bike. Y'all almost got me killed. The fuck?
Bro, I know the Bears have to be like top 3 teams in the league in sacks given up the last decade, bro. It has to be, bro. Like,
hey, I would go as far as say we might lead.
Yeah, probably, bro. When you look at the end of Jay Cutler's career,
bro,
all of Mitch's, all of Justin Fields got sacked 106 times in 2 seasons,
bro.
Like, we gotta be tops in the league in the last decade of sacks given up, bro. Like,
man,
listen, and that's why when people be like, y'all, I can't even knock when people be like, are y'all gonna be able to actually develop a quarter? Shit, I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so. We trying to see if this is it. Shit.
You asking the same questions we are. You think we just sitting there like, no, we good? No, we got questions.
Preaching to the choir.
But with that said, anything left on the young players, the rookies, the vets, anything before we move on, man?
No. All
right, bet. All right, so moving on. It's hilarious. Courtney Cronin was on the Chicago Bears podcast, hosted by our boy Pat the designer, and she actually dropped a gem, man, and saying that Khalil Herbert could be cut. And the list of reasons that she gave is, first, she said that from what she's seen, what she's heard, is that Roschon Johnson is a better suited running back to what Shane Waldron likes to do, first of all, and that Shane Waldron does run a too heavy running back system. And even with worried about depth or anything, they may not need or feel comfortable in just having whoever they're at the third running back. And then on top of that, saying that if health becomes an issue for Khalil Herbert this season, he could very well be cut. How do you guys feel about that?
Man, we was just talking about the writing on the wall, bro. I think we discussed this maybe months ago, y'all, on here. Like, who was the guy that you thought that was going to be cut that wouldn't make the chopping block? And everybody kind of said Khalil Herbert, bro. Like what can you bring to the team, Khalil? Like, we got to start and running back in DeAndre Swift that did it at the highest level. 1,000-yard rusher. He went to did he go to the Super Bowl with the Eagles? I think he did. To the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Then you got a young, just an ultimate football player in Roschon Johnson that is trying to get better in every second, every snap that he take. He's an absolute missile. He has to see the field. What is his role with this team? I gotta agree. What is his role? Can somebody tell me what's Herbert's role? The backup? Rojo's there. What's his role?
That's the question that everybody's looking for. I mean, and that's the thing is that once they signed DeAndre Swift, to me, I took that as the writings on the wall that they're probably not re-signing him. Now, I've been one to say over the last few weeks, I don't think there's any situation in which Khalil Herbert gets cut. But hearing Courtney Cronin lay it out, you gotta cut. Like, DJ Swift is literally younger Khalil Herbert that also is better in the passing game.
Yeah. Wait, can he pass? Wait, can Khalil Herbert pass protect?
No.
He can't do that. What can he do then? what do you got?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you got?
So, and I get it that you have people, and I've talked to a lot of people in the comments. They're like, "Well, Khalil Herbert's a better running back than Roschon Johnson." And yes, but let's not act like that always makes up the depth chart. Like, you also are thinking about complementary and what you're bringing in there as the backup. And Roschon Johnson already now is a different offensive coordinator. We've completely revamped. But at the end of last year, Roschon Johnson was out there in more downs than Khalil Herbert. It just is the reality of it. That's objective truth. So if you take that, pair it with things, it just seems like things are going in that direction, man.
Yeah, now we already talked about it back then, and it kind of makes sense the way that Courtney mapped out those specific reasons, because we already know that if you want your running game to be solid, you got to have some type of rhythm. You got to allow running backs to get in a nice flow and a nice rhythm of stuff. The Bears had Justin Fields to lean on to accumulate a lot of rush yards for them. You know what I'm saying? That kind of cover up and change things. The expectation for Caleb Williams is to not run that much. So you're going to be more dependent on those guys in the backfield. So now that's when you need that rhythm so these can go. But when it comes to Khalil Herbert and seeing him being cut, I think it is a possibility because all the reasons y'all mapped out as well. But I know there's going to be some people that say, hey, Ryan Poles should try to get a pick for him. I think Ryan Poles is going to do his due diligence, scan the landscape, see what's out there. And then if it's not good enough, I think he will show the respect to Khalil Herbert to go out and find him a spot for himself. I just think that's the type of guy that Ryan Poles is right now.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Khalil Herbert is a great runner with the ball. He definitely can hit holes. He got definite great patience when he running the ball. But I think we trying to be a great team here. And if you can't have a role for this guy, like, bro, rights on the wall, bro.
And then standing in the special teams.
And then this is another thing.
Play special teams.
This is another thing in this and well. And Bobby, this goes back to something me and you talked a little bit about. And I'm not saying you do this forward, but I'm saying if the Bears get to a point where they do feel like, hey, Keenan, your time here is up. If Ian Willer ends up staying on this team as a third back and somebody who can bring quickness and play in the special teams, you can do a lot worse as a third back.
Yeah.
So the value keeps going low because then as a third back, you're also getting somebody who's a special team specialist, and you can actually have them play some complementary roles. So you're getting more out of that, whereas you're not going to use Khalil Herbert in special teams. I'm just saying that it's just stacking up.
That's I was going to say, and that adds to the rhythm part of the running back room because now Ian Willer's going to be on the field catching kickoff and punts. So he's going to have a rhythm and have a feel of being already tackled, how the game is, going. Yep. So he's going to be on the field. And then maybe you on a random down or something like that, you come in and see if you can get you a pop play or something with him. And Khalil Herbert, he not playing special teams. It's just unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate because I don't see Ryan Poles paying them either.
Yeah. And that's what it comes down to as well in all of this. They already, once they gave the money that they gave to DeAndre Swift and the amount that was guaranteed on that contract, you're not signing Khalil Herbert at the end of this contract.
Running backs.
You're not doing it.
Hey, man, this is exactly what it come down to with Khalil Herbert. This training camp has become extremely important for you. You must show that you do other things besides running the football. You have to show that you can pass protect. You have to show other things, catching the ball out of the backfield. And you have to do that to the tune that's better than the other two running backs for you can keep your job here. Do you know the landscape with running backs in this league? They are blackballing running backs. Like, they don't even want to pay them. Did you know what the Giants were without that guy? What is my Saquon? That year they went to the playoffs, they would have been trash without Saquon, bro. But they still let him walk. Didn't they let him walk?
Yeah, but if you watch Hard Knocks, they just incompetent. They were stupid.
Yeah, they were stupid.
They were just stupid, bro. That was bro. Every time they get something in them talking about running backs, I just look at that shit like I'll be looking at you and I'll be messing with you, Dub. I'll be like,
peering into the screen.
For real. What? Man, look. Man.
And you know how like sometimes when somebody explains something, it makes you feel even worse about the decision. They should have just shut the fuck up. Like honestly,
yeah,
bro. Like,
bro.
Yeah, go out there and find something. And if you find something, call us back. What?
What?
I find something, I ain't coming back. What are you talking about? Bro, that shit was so stupid.
Hey, listen, all I can think of when people do stuff like that is, let's not forget, Eric Benet fumbled Halle Berry. Everybody has one, bro.
Bro, what a goofy. Come on, bro.
Man.
Bro, you had millions and millions of black men's just fantasy right there in your hands, bro. You fumbled that bag, bro. Millions. We so mad at Buddy. What's Buddy name? Bad Santa. We were so mad at him, bro. He got in that monster's ball.
Billy Bob Thornton. That's hilarious.
Goofy, get your hands off her.
You make me feel good. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. And that was the first time that I realized that me personally, even as my father being white, I just had to realize there's something weird about interracial relationships. I was watching it and I was like, hey, I don't know why I feel real odd about this, bro. Like,
I'm mad. I was
so excited to see some Halle Berry titty. Now I'm sitting there like, hey, I'm confused right now, my boy. This is mad.
Funny.
Damn, Halle.
Man.
She's still fine, by the way. Still.
Yeah, is she like almost 60 at this point?
Still fine.
Oh, well, that picture in your age bracket, that makes sense, C-Dub. Any last thoughts on the whole Khalil Herbert thing, fellas?
Try hard.
Hey, this gonna be something. Oh, we gotta watch this on Hard Knocks.
Oh, that's gonna be a great storyline. That running back room on great.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Oh man, all you gonna see is Rojo just minding his business, doing work, and you gonna see the panicking ass Khalil Herbert, bro. He's just gonna be panicking.
Hey, look, that ain't nothing that Dr. Bonner's peppermint soap can't wash off, my boy. You just make
stay. How you know, Shannon? Yeah, I know.
Your nose is in it. Your nose is in it.
And you don't know.
Anyway, man. So as we've been talking a lot about the things that veterans had to say, last topic for today, Jalen Johnson basically just laying it all out there. And, Jalen Johnson stepping into a big leadership role with the departure of Eddie Jackson as well, who did sign to the – I believe that – didn't we all say that the Ravens would be the perfect fit for Eddie Jackson?
Yes, we did.
I could have sworn that we all said that. It's like, why did it take y'all so long? We all knew that was the perfect fit for him.
We knew y'all was going to get him.
Yeah, but saying Jalen Johnson saying that basically the Bears have to prove that they can win. And the reason – I know this is something we've all talked about, but – it's good to hear that veterans have that mindset because, yeah, you can get caught up in the hype, the talent that you have on paper, and best believe it seems like this defense is really, really confident coming into this training camp period. But it all comes down to, as Bobby says, put it on wax.
Yeah, you got to put it on wax, guys. This is a great message from a young leader on this team. He got paid. It's time to settle into a leader role, Jalen Johnson. There's no more Eddie Jackson over here. You do have Montez Sweat over here, but I rarely see him talk. He just said a couple of words. We reacted to a couple of words now, but I rarely see him talk. So I like Jalen Johnson trying to step into the forefront, and he is 100% right. You must put it on wax, like my nephew say. Put the shit on wax.
That's it, because he definitely came out, man. Look, these Bears, they talking greasy. I love it.
Yeah.
But obviously, you got to put it on wax. The man said he want this Bears secondary to be the next Legion of Boom. That means these guys gonna be around for a couple years. I know I can't control these money. Hey, so if there is buy-in, we got to start getting it done right now before people start having to be worried about their money. But I'm with it though. But I can't wait to see it because I believe they can do some things. They can do some things because the Legion of Boom was different. The Legion of Boom was different.
Is that too high of a pedestal to try to reach, folks?
Yes.
Hey, go reach for that shit.
That's too high.
Reach for that.
Hit that mug.
Reach for that motherfucker.
Hey, bro, listen, I'll tell you what. If we talking about at the end of the season, we may have a Legion of Boom secondary, bro. Like,
come on now.
Because he talked about him and Kyler Gordon's chemistry on the field as well. He said, I could just look at him and we know what we about to do.
What did he say about Tariq, though? Tariq is going to start on the other side. What did he say about Tariq?
I ain't see that part of it.
No, I don't think he said anything, but I think, bro, at this point, though, you got to think as the nickel, you kind of need more synergy. Tariq's going to be there on his own island a lot of times.
Yeah.
And Tariq is a monster.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm with that for sure. You just fixed me real quick.
Wait, listen, bro. You see that? That's what Jalen Johnson's talking about. You see that synergy between me and C-Dub?
Now we shutting shit down. You hear me? Now we shutting it down.
Hey man, Tyreek had a Pro Bowl year last year, bro. As a rookie.
Close to it. I think if he wasn't healthy, I mean, he didn't miss those. What was it, 2 or 3 games he missed?
Yeah, he missed about 2 or 3 games.
He probably would have had a better chance for it, but now people got their eyes on Tyreek Stevenson.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And don't overlook, too, that the way that the Bears defense started off last season rough, everybody was going to get a bit of a knock for that. That's why if this defense starts off solidly and finishes strong, it's going to be a lot of people who be like, hey, where does Tyreek Stevenson kid come from? Don't worry about it. He's just busting your ass right now.
Hey, they're going to have a great opportunity to do it in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you come out here, you know the Titans, they signed some players, they got improved in their eyes. You go out there, you get a dub against them, and if you can pull off an upset in week 2 against the Houston Texans, who a lot of people are now saying are Super Bowl contenders.
Oh man, that's
look. I ain't gonna get ahead of the game. I ain't gonna say that we're gonna win. Y'all got to stay tuned in months and months and months down the road before I give a prediction. But that's the game you should be trying to say, hey, we here. Or at least to grab some eyes, because you ain't got it. That don't have to be your signature win, and I don't want that to be my signature win. To be honest with you, I don't want that week 2 to be a signature win. But that can grab some eyeballs for sure.
Don't you think that'll be more important for Caleb that second game against that kid from Houston? Because I think that's a more important game for Caleb. I know it's always important. You want to win every game, but I think that's more for Caleb, more important for him against a top young quarterback.
The dual aspect?
Or dual aspect. Just the dual aspect. Because you got the young, up-and-coming quarterback. If he can go in there and outplay C.J. Stroud, go out there and outplay him.
The first 3 matchups he have are all against young, up-and-coming quarterbacks.
Oh, well, not Tennessee, though. That's Tennessee.
They got Will Levis.
Will Levis is a young, up-and-coming quarterback.
Like that's Joe Montana or some shit.
No, I'm just saying.
Who is that?
He got no success than Caleb Williams right now. That's all I'm saying.
That's because he played a couple games last year, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all know y'all nice, bro. What the hell?
I'm just saying, bro. Like
I'm just saying
when you look at him trying to rank him amongst his peers, and having Will Levis, Stroud, and then Richardson as all your first 3 quarterbacks on the other side of you.
I like Richardson.
That can show a lot of like where you stand at in the hierarchy.
Absolutely.
As far as
that can definitely be some confidence boosting games. Yeah. So I'm anxious to see it. I'm already jumping the gun. As y'all see, I'm already talking about week 2. So it's an exciting time, y'all.
Bro, it's different because now we're at the point where you can feel it. It's like you can feel it. It's bro. Tangible. You can almost reach out and grab it out the air, bro. Like think about this. We gonna be talking about football again in 10 days. 10 days.
Damn, would you be happy?
You're going to be on a live call, Dub, in 10 days.
It's going to be lit. Touchdown, Caleb Williams.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I don't like 31 points given up, though. I ain't like that. I don't like that, Leroy. I don't like 31
Wait,
points.
Leroy. Oh, okay.
Leroy right there, not Catfish.
I was
Leroy.
about to say, hey, he ain't welcomed in here. It was the other Leroy.
For sure.
We got beef with Leroy.
Leroy Javon Carter. Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, man?
It's coming. It's almost here. Just like my man Drip said. We can feel it in our bones. Y'all stay in tune, bro. Stay in tune.
Definitely stay in tune. And make sure before you go, subscribe to the #1 Bears channel on the web. Do what you got to do. Join in and join this awesome-ass family. It's time to turn up because Bears football is back. Let's go.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm with BL Jet, though, C-Dub. You got your backup mic ready? You may need to get your backup mic.
I might have to. I'm going to order it, bro. I'm going to be so excited, bro.
We're going to be in the middle of a live call. Your mic's just going to be, yep, I'm done.
I'm done with your ass. I'm done with your
Power
ass, bro.
off.
Man, you guys can follow us at Shy Bears Central, man. You guys can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, number to do so, 773-242-9336. You're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all. Get that bullshit up out of that damn snowball. Get that bullshit